When can we expect you back?
December 1st. We doing our best to see if we could fight for the WBC silver to get him in the top 10. Tevin has a good relationship with Suleiman and Peoples from the IBF. So I think next year, if we're in the top 10 before the year's over, we could get a fair chance back at a world title. And God willing, he could become a two-time world champion.
All right, now he's arguably the biggest name at 130 outside of like Emmanuel Navarrete, who's been hot as of late. What fight makes the most sense at that division?
Honestly, you know what? I would like Foster, WBC, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Joe Cordina got the IBF. Eddie Hearn's worked before with Tevin, so I think Tevin becoming a world champion and he has a better chance of unifying. And with Joe Cordina, it's a bigger fight for us, and I think that Eddie will make it happen. Eddie wants the best fights, being that Tevin and him worked before in the past, for a couple of years, and having the opportunity to work with Tevin again, I think it will be something that he will be okay with.
Would y'all be willing to travel to the UK to make
Absolutely. I already told Tevin. I said that happens. We go to the UK.
As far as Tevin goes, the one-punch knockout, did you expect it? Is that something that y'all worked on?
No, we worked 100%. Even in the locker room, as I was warming him up, I won't say how I was able to help him to get back to his normal range. Right? These are things that as trainers, we don't give all tips. You know what I mean? But I was able to get the right sparring for him. Our space was amazing due to the fact that the first fight, defensively, he looked sharp. Offensively, we was off. And, I was okay with that. 3 years and a half layoff. But we worked on this particular angle. But I will say that I was surprised how deadly the knockout was. It was a knockout that if you don't know that Tevin doesn't have that kind of power, you'd be like, wow, that's a knockout artist, because it was deadly. The minute he landed the shot, I started taking off my glove, because when I saw him come down, it was like he chopped a tree down. I was like, he's not getting back up. So it's a good feeling for me to see Tevin perform the way he did. He deserves it. He works extremely hard, man. You good young man. I'm blessed to have him in my life. Not only as a fighter, but as a human being in general. So for me, to see him, go, shine the way he shined in front of his people in Philadelphia was just, a satisfaction for me.
I mean, he laid the dude out. The dude was down for like 10 minutes.
No, actually, I called the coach the next day because I took him to the hospital. Make sure that there was no lack of oxygen in the brain. And the trainer Giovanni told me that he was doing okay, he was better. So I had the guy on my prayers, because this is a sport. We want everyone to go home. The average fighter have a family. Wife and kids. It's a business aspect. The side of it, but. I couldn't really celebrate it that much, because I don't like celebrating, victories like that, because you always, you have concern, for the opponent. The same way that if it was vice versa and it happens to one of my guys, I would like the same respect back in return, and I always give that respect. If you look at all of my guys, when they get a victory and it's like a nasty knockout, I don't celebrate it. Shinar Bunch, he's one of my guys that has like the most devastating knockouts. Don't celebrate that. Let's be classy and show respect. So it took a little of it, but afterwards, it was, we spoke about it, and I was really happy for him in the locker room.